time, the hopefully one episode then canceled talk show of Kai Thomas. And now it's time to maybe turn the lights out on Kai Thomas here in HWF entirely. I am your host, your hero, Jason Heat. Joined as always, follow the White Rabbit, Zach Rain. Singles competition between Ryan Kolby, who is making his singles debut in HWF, against the mustache we love to hate, Kai Thomas.
I think this young man's in for a little bit of a surprise. He always tends to underestimate his opponents in my brief history with him.
You mean Kai Thomas specifically?
Thomas, yeah. But he thinks that because Ryan has been a relaxed schedule over the last few years, and he's just kind of getting back into full-time commitments, that he's going to run through him, and I think he's going to be sorely mistaken.
I've been trying to call you for the past 4 days, and you ain't picking up the phone. How are you thinking you split girls behind my back and hang with each other's toes? You may be a milk-minded, but you're also a piece of shit.
Kai Thomas made his debut in January, and he has quickly made a name for himself. Good and bad, but no one here in Lewistown is soon to forget the MILF Magnet. I will say also, MILF Magnet is currently running a special free mustache rides with the purchase of an 8x10 as long as you're an 8 to a 10.
All applicants must be 40 years old or older to apply.
There is a Cougar discount on the 8x10.
It makes more sense now, Jason.
Of course, he likes to say that MILF means, man, I'm looking fine, but we all know the truth.
I've seen Urban Dictionary. I work with children. I'm a school resource officer, Jason. The 8th grade have given me a horrible education on things I never wanted to know anything about.
Kai Thomas is Sigma Skibbity-Doo. Going up against a man who has conquered Hollywood as well as the professional wrestling ring, Kolby Thomas. Shades of Simon Williams, shades of, I believe it's Johnny Cage, is that right?
Yeah, they call him the real deal. He's a 2-time Pro Wrestling Empire heavyweight champion, Ultimate Wrestling Experience tag team and heavyweight champion. Fun fact, he and I have held 2 sets of tag team championships together.
Wonder Man Ryan Kolby looking to end the limelight for Kai Thomas very quickly, and oh boy, those fans better shower as soon as they get home.
Yeah, it's kind of funny watching this matchup too, because knowing Ryan as long as I have, it's kind of like watching a young Ryan run into a older, more experienced Ryan Kolby. And
Ryan Kolby also had a thing for the 40 and up crowd?
Ryan had a thing for a lot of things. But he was young, he was brash, he was in your face, he was conceited. Time has softened those edges. And maybe it will for Kai Thomas too, but Ryan had to learn some hard lessons, and maybe that hard lesson for Kai Thomas is going to be Ryan Kolby.
But also, this has been the key to Kai Thomas' success so far. Like him or hate him, he gets a response, he gets a reaction, he gets under the skin. There is no reason to soften your edges when your edges are what cut through the competition. Also, you want to know how I know that despite everything else, this is a brave man, Kai Thomas?
I'd love to hear it.
He has a mustache in 2026. There is no greater sign of bravery than the fact that he walks out every day out the door of his house to a grocery store with that on his face.
He's a walking red flag. Showing nothing but disrespect to the veteran Ryan Kolby. Going for the waist lock. messing up the trademark hair of the man himself.
Since you know Kolby so well, please enlighten us. What are his strengths? What are the things that Ryan Kolby brings to the ring that we should be on the lookout here, given that this is, in many ways, our first real look at the man?
Yeah, over the course of his career, Ryan Kolby has turned being a conceited and full of himself young guy into a hardline confidence of a veteran. He's also a street tough striker, Muay Thai, kickboxing background, primarily a striker. But right now you can see a little bit of the rust on Ryan Kolby.
And that's the trade-off. On one hand, Kolby has more experience, both in pro wrestling and in life, and that is something that you cannot buy. But on the other hand, Kai Thomas, however young and conceited as he is, and he just got flattened. Oh my God, someone just turned the volume up on Ryan Kolby.
Yeah, quick work there. That shotgun-style dropkick followed by the running knee, and that's what I said, that striking power of Ryan. That's something that Russ doesn't build on.
That came out of nowhere. I was going to say that Kai Thomas has been wrestling a more consistent schedule, maybe in a little bit better ring shape, but I'm pretty sure that Ryan Kolby was just playing possum.
Kai tried, oh man! Kai tried to bait him out. Ryan did see it coming, but then he got caught with that rising knee, man. A knee for a knee.
Kai Thomas is a second-generation talent. He is very crafty, smart beyond his years. He saw his father earlier in action, so we know exactly, for good or for bad, where Kai gets it all from, and it's from Tyler Sims, who I hear is still soaking his cheeks due to that brutal clapping courtesy of Sledge Gibson.
And these guys are honestly, there's nothing pretty right now. There's just a lot of strikes being exchanged. Two guys that honestly already don't seem to like each other very much, and we're going to see a lot of that translate into their ring tonight. Fisherman buster by Ryan Kolby.
Held the bridge. Kai Thomas not only able to escape, but immediately into that double axe handle. Kai Thomas, there's a reason he has been singled out as one of the top of the new generation here in HWF. He is very, very talented.
And a running knee of his own, almost a little bit of tit for tat with the real deal. Kai showing he has some striking experience too.
Cover there may have cost him to showboat for a bit, but again, the wins have gotten him a lot, but so has his personality. That playing to the camera has genuinely helped his career. You can't fault him for doing it.
DDT, but only a 2 count. Yeah, Kai's really taking control of this matchup. It's not the way I expected it to go. Maybe exploiting some of that, that ring rust we talked about a little bit earlier. But Kolby is finding openings to fire back. But again, another rising knee puts Kolby to the floor.
This is the most aggressive Kai Thomas has been in his time here at HWF. 1 count only. Of course, Kai Thomas did not endear himself to these fans. Nearly caused a riot when he was personally responsible for eliminating the beloved Chill Will from the Heritage Rumble in Will's debut match. In so many ways, Kolby is here to sort of redress those wrongs. If Kai Thomas doesn't actually experience a comeuppance here in a loss, do you think he's even going to learn a lesson?
Kai using every bit of the referee's leniency here with these corner moves, pressing that back elbow into the throat of Ryan Kolby, wearing him down. Back out. Is he going for the suplex again?
No, not again. Please no.
Another fisherman by Ryan Kolby. Interesting that he would go for that again. It wasn't successful the first time. Maybe thought he could knock the dust off a little bit.
But this time got 2. You note a very good strategy there by Kai Thomas to try and pull Kolby into the center of the ring, but ultimately that gave Kolby the opportunity. These two men just trading suplexes back and forth.
2 in a row, latched on Guerrero style by Kai Thomas, going for a third.
And instead, the DDT.
Kolby barely kicking out by a hair of that. I don't even know what to call that. An elevated implant style DDT.
Almost an exploder DDT, going from that exploder suplex position and instead driving the top of the skull directly into the mat. Kolby very much now on the back foot.
He can't hurt me.
Kolby not showing very many signs of life other than the kick out after that sequence of offense by Kai. Now Kai just picking the bones of the real deal. Double stomp to the back.
Great
Kolby
height
might
there,
be
buddy.
in trouble here.
Yeah, Kai Thomas truly wrestling and earning that 2 count. This man is not all talk.
Now, this is honestly an incredibly impressive showing from the young man, backing up the things that he said earlier. You know, Ryan had a lot to prove here tonight. Kai talked a big game, and if Kolby doesn't follow through, it's...
He's following through right now. He's advertising to the MILFs. Here's the thing. Based on this match, if Kai Thomas does end up with a MILF tonight, I understand why.
I get it too. Kolby counters with that powerbomb style lift, but now Kai's on the turnbuckle. Kolby going up top. What is he going for here?
Well, Kolby has been full of surprises.
Top rope Hurricanrana by the real deal. The kid that it. Only 2.
Every time we seem to understand who Kolby is in the ring, he busts out something surprising. There are layers to this man. You got to wonder how much he is keeping back.
Kolby is dumbstruck, cross-eyed in the corner.
Knee.
Reversal, he's still alive.
Right to the nose, up and over. Kai Thomas, very proud of himself. Did not get all of that, but enough to do some damage for Ryan Kolby.
I think they might have collided heads there. Thomas rolling out to the apron. Neither men, they feel like maybe their bells got rung a little bit. Slow to their feet.
This is that ring rust. This is what Kai Thomas was counting on when it came to Kolby, that despite his experience, sometimes the neurons don't fire quickly enough if you haven't built up the muscle memory.
Rolled through on that sunset. Kolby tried to counter, but he was met by a shotgun drop kick by Kai Thomas.
Also, there's a difference between in shape and ring shape, and while Ryan Kolby is 100% in shape, the longer this match goes, the deeper water, that's when it's the current ring experience of Kai Thomas that's going to come into play, rather than the life experience of Ryan Kolby.
Kai went for that rising knee strike a second time. Kolby was able to block it and followed up with a loud forearm shiver. And now he's going for that reboot, that face wash in the corner.
Looking to put the lights out on Kai Thomas.
Kolby has put away men with that move. If he can get him out clean from the ropes, can he get a 3 count? No, another strong kick out by Kai Thomas. Not as quick as before.
This is another situation where it was necessary to pull Thomas away from the ropes, because if he gained consciousness and was able to get his foot on the ropes, that would break the count, but it cost that precious second.
Guys, finish him! Hey guys, finish him!
Not as much mustard right now as these men really in the deep water of this match.
Kai cuts off Ryan Kolby with that standing boot. Kolby powers through and immediately counters with the enziguri, but it was a last breath, his last-ditch effort to stay conscious. Now both men are down, and the referee is giving us our 10 count.
It is a race to get their footing as Kai Thomas just kicking out at Kolby.
Both men attempting to get to their feet, exchanging strikes.
Slow going, both struggling, both really showing the wear and tear. Great block there by Ryan Kolby, but the same can be said of Kai Thomas, who now blatantly in front of the referee, poking the eyes.
Kai went for the super kick. Ryan countered, went for a super kick in the zone, that gun deal. But Kai counters again with the, oh my God, and a kick to the balls behind the referee's back.
Great positioning by Kai Thomas. Another kick right to the head. And the MILF Magnet gets the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the MILF Magnet, Kai Thomas.
Kai Thomas steals a victory, a low blow. It's going to be a rough night for Ryan Kolby. But Kai Thomas is ready to go. In some ways, this was just the appetizer for Kai Thomas. Now he's going to go prowl the Cougar Cage, as that's what we currently call the Heritage Fire Department. Yet another win for the man with the mustache. Kai Thomas continues his reign of upper lip terror.